and welcome. This is going to be all signs next 48. I'm not sure why, but every camera that I have seems to want to go with a small screen. I just adjusted this one for a while, and this is apparently about the biggest that I can get it. Same with my webcam. And there are a fair amount of similar kind of energies that typically I recognize with Mercury retrograde, but I think what we're experiencing is the Uranus in Taurus retrograde that just hit on August 15th, and it is changing things up. It is removing things that we were comfortably holding on to, any sort of security blanket sort of things. And because it's in Taurus, it's definitely taking a check at materialism, things that we do for work, any sort of like contractual situations that were supposed to be financially abundant or anything like that, and really causing us to take a look at where we are grounded and not grounded. Anyways, so I'm going to include in this reading, I have these little homophone cards there. See, they're like tail. I've been including them in some of my other readings. It's just kind of a little bit of fun absurdity in there, but it seems to resonate with folks, so I'm going to go ahead and include one of these in today's all signs next 48 reading. This is going to be, today is August 20th, so up to the 22nd, and for some of those that follow it, 8/20/2020 is a portal of some sort. I'm not sure which one, but it has to do with Lionsgate, I know that. And we did just have the new moon in Leo with the Leo sun on the 18th, so we had a lot of Leo energies going on right now. So let's see what we have going on here for our silly little word card. Thank you, Spirit, for a word picture of the next 48 hours for all signs. Thank you. They tried to give me a couple. Now this is interesting. And good. Right? It's a good one. Peace. I'm actually going to move my camera over. I don't like that little burn spot I have in there. See, I can't keep anything nice in this camera. That's okay. Peace. It's funny. I get a sense, so just from my own reaction right there, I'm getting the sense that this is peace of mind, and it's after probably beating ourselves up about various different things and wanting to kind of clean things up a little bit. This could also be peace between you and somebody that there's been disharmony with. It's funny, on the opposite side, it's peace, like you find the peace to it. I'm getting called to these flowers too. Some of you may have flowers brought to you, or there might be, you might bring flowers to someone, or you might notice flowers seem extra significant or pop out to you. Maybe you see like one dandelion in a field of green grass where usually you'd see a bunch, or maybe you notice a yard that usually has flowers in it that now has none. Somehow flowers be significant. All right. So that's your word of the day energy. That's our word of the day energy. Actually, I'm going to kind of keep this up here so that we have an idea that it's playing in on what we're doing. Okay, thank you, Spirit. You know what? I did not fully shuffle these. I'm going to give them a good riffle real quick. I'm still working on my riffle, but it's worth trying. All right, there we go. Thank you, Spirit, for some cards for the next 48 for all signs, all persons, all genders, all professions. This one wants to slide out. Thank you. Oh, goodness. Looky here. I'm so laughing. Okay, I'm going to stop here for just a second. Okay. And what I'm laughing about is that this guy came out. And this guy he's like continued to be almost like a photo bomber. I was going to say the star of the show, but he's not quite the star of the show. Like, I'll shuffle and he'll appear either at the bottom of the deck or the top of the deck, or I'll go to pull from the middle, and here he is. And one of the ways I've learned to interpret this card, I mean, this is typically about stability and also being a bit of a miser about things like penny pinching and things like that. It's not necessarily bad. It's an immature financial sector kind of energy, an immature earth sign energy. But I've also learned that he's kind of like, he's like the tourist taking, they say, oh, please take a picture of me in front of this monument thing, right? I mean, look, he's got the town behind him, right? And he's sitting on his treasure chest. He is kind of a treasure hunter, for that matter. And I'm really getting called to say that for the next 48 hours, this could have something to do with someone who has their Mars sign in an Earth sign. So Mars in Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Especially with the red in here, which is also root chakra stuff, and that's part of why he's a bit of a miser like that. But I really get this image, though, of like somebody who's like, oh, we're gonna take a picture, and then bam, don't forget about me. I'm gonna be in there. So maybe there's somebody. There could be some situations coming up where there's an extra person involved that like it's not supposed to be there, or that keeps like inserting themselves into